Peace, peace, team. Welcome to Thursday Night SolSista Therapy Childhood Trauma Podcast. My name is Queen Misha and my sister Plum Queen.
Hey, how y'all doing?
So I heard you guys that y'all was talking about me on Tuesday. That's what I heard. So
we was talking about you, girl. But it's all good. It was all good. It's all about lessons. So we want to hear from you now.
Yes.
I'm gonna shut up. I'm gonna be quiet.
Okay, y'all. So listen, see what had happened was, okay?
Let's give us a spotlight. Boom.
Right. So listen, okay. First off, you guys, you know that my childhood traumas extend and vary from sexual abuse to bullying, to rejection, abandonment. And so I've worked on a lot of that, right? But when entering a new environment, I automatically, and I'm working on this, I recognize this is me, not them. I automatically go in. I go within and I become like a radar and I begin scanning the room, right? So I automatically pick up on energies. Now, should I be assuming that I know what people's energies are? No. But am I probably right about what people's energies are? Yes. So Saturday night, when I think of album release party, I think of do it big, right? So like I don't know who's gonna be at this damn party. My thought is just represent yourself, because don't know me here in Atlanta. And so every time I step out for the first year, my mindset is that this is a lot of first introductions. So let me represent myself well, let me come in my goddess form so they know who I am. So, that's what my dress said. It was that I came in goddess form, basically. I was feeling myself. I felt good Saturday night. So when I got in basically and did my little radar check, I just felt like some of the energies there, it kind of reminded me of high school, right? So you have the Mean Girls Club. They don't really have a reason to be mean. They just being mean because of their own insecurities and projections, and then for some reason I guess people think that I may be mean myself because of what I look like. Right. So then that could be because a lot of times, like, I won't smile, especially if I've been if I've been smoking, like I'm in my head. Right. So I'm not smiling. I'm thinking. So that's a problem. We should not put ourselves in positions to where, we're supposed to be networking and socializing, but we're in our head. So lesson learned on that. But basically, like I was drawn to the certain energies that I felt were welcoming and stuff. There were some beautiful souls and energies there. And I honestly didn't know who nobody was, like, because I'm new. So once I picked up on the vibe that, everybody really, it's not that they were excited because they don't know me, but they prefer just not, like, they had a closed off energy towards me. So that made me want to withdraw, and not really reflect the mean energy, but the I don't really care about you either energy. Should I have reflected that energy? Probably not, because I'm supposed to be the one that's healed, but it's a defense mechanism, right? I don't want my feelings hurt, just like you don't want your feelings hurt. And so after the event, I just took note of how little I actually talked, right? And how little I actually did of the promoting. And then I wanted to know why was that? And I realized it was because I was shut down, kind of. I went into like kind of an introvert mode. And so then I was talking to my sister Plum Queen, and we were, assessing the night and basically talking about what we could have done different. And so, I acknowledged, I admitted, because one thing you have to do in order to be on a ascending journey where you are raising your elevation is you have to have accountability, right? So if you don't have accountability for your actions, then you're never going to grow the way that you need to, because a lot of the times the only reason that we go through the things we go through is because of the things that we do. Because everything in this reality, in your eyes right now, the world that you live in is a reflection of you. Everyone in your life, your home, Everything right now that is going on in your life is being projected from your energy source. So I realized that I shut down and shouldn't shut down, you know? And so we were discussing it, and sister was, mentioning that she felt like the when I shut down, that was the perfect example or the perfect time for me not to shut down, but to hold my energy and to reach out to the individual that I felt, was kind of pulling the mean girl move. And I agreed, but I agree to an extent. But what I am past right now is the ass kissing phase, right? So like I just went through 25 years of people pleasing, peace, and so I just went through like 25 years of people pleasing. And so I was trying to explain to my sister that while I am the healer, so I should be the one that is observant of the energy and the spirit that's actually being projected onto me rather than the actual human being. But at the same time, if I feel that no matter what I do, this person isn't going to like me because they are that into their perspective of what life is right now, I don't have the energy for that, like, and I could have the energy for it, but if I felt like that individual was someone that I was going to be doing business with, working with on a regular, even in the same circle regularly, then I would have put a little more effort into trying to break the ice and integrate our energies on a friendly scale. But since I felt like this was probably one and only time that I would interact with that energy, then I felt like it was better for me just to put my energy into the people that I knew was a good vibe and a good energy, you know? There's no need for me to try to force myself onto someone because this person already has a preconceived idea of, my personality or they've told themselves. So therefore, no matter what I do, right now they already have this preconceived notion of what my intentions are, or who I am. And so they're going to find reasons to justify their self and why they feel that way before saying, you're right, I'm just kind of being an asshole in my head. Let me give you a chance. You know?
I understand. I totally understand. As you were talking, it made me think of another example that I particularly was in where the universe tested me. And I also want to say, I'm also learning myself that everybody has their journey and their way of seeing things. So I don't want you to think that I'm judging you or,
No.
Telling you how you need to move in your
Girl,
space and who to deal with. I don't want you to think that at all.
not at all.
I've been around you and I just see your power, and I guess the ancestors gave me that. I can see how things can change if that one thing would be said,
Right.
or if we had a different perspective. So that's all I'm coming from.
And I overstood that exactly. I overstood that.
Yeah. Well, let me talk about myself now. I had an incident like that on the bus. There was a bus driver who, I guess, he was very mean. He doesn't like his job, whatever. Clearly, he had a bad day.
Mm-hmm.
So when I'm on the bus, I have my earphones in. I take one out normally to say hi and all that. But this particular day, I don't know, I guess it was my song. So I said, hey, put my change and, what I'm saying, and then I walked off. But then I heard him yell. I heard somebody yelling, hey, hey, hey. So he was calling me back. So I look back, I walk back. And he was just aggressive with me. You owe me 10 cents or 15 cents or something like my bus ride 60 cents. Yeah, them handicap perks. You know what I'm saying? So he was tripping about 10, 15 cents. And I'm sitting and I'm calling you and you can't hear me. And you know what I did? I just sat there and stared at him like a child. Like I didn't understand what was going on.
Right.
So
because you don't know what you've done to
I had no idea. Yeah, I had no idea. So I'm looking. Now, don't get me wrong. Inside of me now, y'all was waking the fuck up. I was about to give that man the business. because you don't know me. You don't speak to me that way.
Right.
I don't give a fuck what you thought I did. You see I got earphones in my head, so it's clear why I'm not answering you.
Can't hear
Who
you.
you hollering at? That was my initial thought process, but that's not how I reacted. I gave him the child stare. I found 15 cent, the 15 cent, put it in there, and I walked off, went back in my seat, and started dancing, just like I was
Right, period. Back
before that whole
program.
incident, right? Didn't say nothing. When I got off the bus, thank you, sir, for getting me home safe, like I say to everybody, and walked off. 3 days later, I had to take the bus. He was the bus driver. Went in there, same thing. Now, this time I took my earpiece out because I don't want to provoke him on purpose.
Right,
Clearly,
exactly.
you got issues, so I'm not going to throw fire on that.
Right.
So had my earphones out, said same situation, said hello, put my money in, all that good stuff, right? He stopped me before I can keep it moving. He was like, you know what, sister, I want to apologize to you for how I spoke to you the other day. You know, it was clear that you had the headphones in and I didn't mean to scare you or, you know what I'm saying, to talk to you in that manner. And I looked at him and gave him the biggest smile. I really appreciate that so much. And I'm sure you had a bad day. I didn't take it personally at all. I transmuted
that energy. You did
that energy. And now I don't know if he do this with everybody else, but when I get on that bus,
he still don't care for 99% of humans.
He is, but I do think that probably stopped him to check his attitude.
Yeah.
Because he might meet another me.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't put your problems off on other people.
Right.
But because I didn't give him the same energy, I didn't match his energy, it gave him the opportunity to change.
Right.
Because had I cursed him out like he came at him like he came at me, he probably would have made my life harder every time I got on the bus.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
You see what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Stuff like that.
Yeah.
I'm reading this comment. Thanks, Queen. I guess you're trying to promote yourself. I can do it.
We're here for it. We're here for it.
I love you back.
Yes, all the love.
You writing your story. That's what's up. Yeah, write your story. And, you know, well, since we talking about it, hit us up on Inspire Content 999, y'all. When we can talk about an interview.
Yes, because we love having guest speakers on.
Absolutely.
So all of that to say that there's different ways that I could have transmuted that situation. I understand that. You know, I didn't have to go into the traumatized response. There's other ways that I could have handled that situation. But we also have to stop caring so much what other people think. You know? Like, in reality, it don't matter if those fucking females liked me or not. It don't matter what they thought of me because my intentions were pure towards them. And that's all that mattered, you know?
Right.
So this whole people pleasing or, oh no, they don't like me, I gotta make them like me. No, the fuck you do not. In reality, you don't have to make nobody like you. All you have to do is stay your light self and make sure that at all times you are being the best representative of yourself. You know, that's the only person that you can control. So me changing my response to situations like that has nothing to do with them. It's that I know that there's a stronger way, a more powerful way that I can handle that situation without feeling weak in the end, you know? And so that's my assignment for myself is when you come across the mean girls, what's the best way to handle them? Because I'm not going to be mean back, but I also don't want to come off as weak because then that allows them to win. That gives them that power that, you know, energetically, yeah, we made her, you know.
Nah, your smile changes all of that.
And it's true. It does. It's a good smile. It is.
You have a very infectious and beautiful smile. I cannot see nobody. How can you just continue to be mean with you smiling like that?
Girl, and
how, Slay? Like, how can you be mad? How can you be mad at a smile like that?
Yeah, and I'm thankful that I have my smile now because for years, I would smile like this. That is like not even 20% of my smile. Like,
it's
I got
not.
a big ass.
For real, because
you know, and so Yeah, using that was part of my shadow self for the longest time, my smile. Like I literally had a guy come up to me when I was like 18, 19, working at Amazon, and every morning I'm in a good ass mood because I woke up another day. So why should I be mad, you know? And so I get to work at 7 in the morning, like whatever I'm listening to, like going in. And like he literally stopped me one day and was like, why are you so happy at this early in the morning? Oh, why you gotta be smiling so big? And I'm just like, but why are you so grumpy this early in the morning? Like, who already has pissed you off? It's not even 2 hours into your day, I'm sure. Like, we have we have multiple reactions we could have to the day, but because I choose happiness and abundance of joy, so you can't.
Envious of that. People envy your happiness because they have to get up every day and do the same things you do, but they're miserable doing it.
Yeah,
So it's almost like they say hate, but they're envious because they want that energy. They want to wake up on the right side of the bed every rising. You know what I'm saying? They
mm-hmm.
want to have that same smile on their face and moving and grooving and all. They want to figure out how to embody that energy. So, and then when people don't want to actually do the work to do
Work,
it,
right,
you become a problem because now you make them look bad. I'm gonna keep it real.
right.
You make people look bad because ain't hard to do this.
You're right. It's
You
so
know what I'm
easy.
saying?
Come on now.
Ain't hard to do that. It's not hard, honestly, to be grateful for the
Right.
things that
Oh,
you have. That does not cost you no money.
mm-mm,
Don't even cost you time. You
mm-mm.
can be grateful at every second of the day.
You
You know,
really can.
you
And
ain't
it's
even
the
got
energy. It's the
time.
energy.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So a lot
Literally.
of people don't want to do that though.
My friend was just telling me this morning, like or you choose to be grateful or not every day. You can focus on all your problems, or you can find the things that are going good in your life or that you have that you're thankful for and give gratitude instead of misery or regret, or or
Right.
wishing, well, I wish I'd had this and that. Like, no, you don't have this and that because you don't need this and that right now. What you need is just to be thankful that you woke up another day, and to take it day by day, living
That's
in
right.
the present moment is the best way to get through life. Not thinking about the future, not obsessing about the past. Every day you wake up, how do I feel right now in this time? What are my goals for today? How can I better myself
Thing to do.
today? You
Yeah.
know,
That's a hard thing to do in
people wake up and they
2022.
literally go to the bullshit from yesterday. They go right back to yesterday in their mindset or 10 years ago. The
Yep.
first thing that pops into their head is the past. Or,
Meditation is so important in the rising, which is why I do
mm-hmm,
it. When you meditate in the rising, it sets the tone for your day. You can
mm-hmm,
ask your ancestors, God, whoever you want to call it. You know what I'm saying, to release that energy, to free up your mind. You know what I'm saying, to be rid of that.
mm-hmm.
It works. It
No, it does. You're right. And
it
that's why I'm
really
so
works.
that's another reason I had to end this previous relationship, because I'm a Nazi. When it comes to the last 2 hours of my day and the first 2 hours of my day, there's a certain way that's going down. And if it don't go down that way, then I got a problem with whoever caused it not to go that way, you know? And
Got it.
so right now I got a problem with
Duly noted.
look, I got a, huh?
I said duly noted.
Yeah, like right now, like I've told myself this morning, it's impossible for me to touch my phone. I tell myself when I wake up that I need to go to my YouTube first thing. But to get to your YouTube when you wake up, you got to go through your notification screen. And so you automatically got to go through all the bullshit that's been went on since you done left, or since you done went to and rested for the night. Whoever's texting you overnight and in the morning and whatever they got going on. So I've told myself this morning I can't do that. I'm gonna have to find another way to I'm gonna have to meditate with no music because I cannot touch my phone at all. Because like you said, meditating first thing in the morning, that's me programming myself. That's me transmuting. That's me going ahead and creating the energy for myself for that day. What I want my day to be like. It's a fucking amazing day. The sun's gonna come out. I don't care if the clouds is out right now. The sun's gonna come see me today. You know,
Definitely will the Sunday on Saturday because
right? I'm telling y'all, the sun, he loves me. Okay, we got a relationship, and when I ask him to come out, he
popping.
comes out.
Robbie popping.
Yes, he does. So you know I'm serious about that program. When I get ready to go to bed at night, I want to listen to my meditation music. I don't want to watch a scary movie. I don't want to have an aggressive conversation. I don't want to be, going back and forth with nobody. So the fact that I had expressed this to the previous relationship and they would still choose to come into me drunken when I'm in my Zen mode right before bed and bring me bullshit, well, now you clearly do not respect my peace of mind. You don't care if I have a peace of mind, obviously, because I've told you the times where I'm creating my peace of mind and where I would like for that to stay protected, and you are intruding, or people who want to wake you up arguing. Those people, they kind of deserve to get slapped in the fucking face, because that is pure disrespect to wake somebody up in the middle of out of their sleep with bullshit. Like
Yeah, I feel you. But a lot of people deal with that, and again, it's all about energy. We got to transmute our pain into this power so we don't attract them type of situations. I was
period.
talking a little bit earlier about a conversation I'm going to have on Tell True Vision about the difference between love and loyalty. You know what I'm saying? How we perceive that in other people. Everything is about perception. You know what I'm saying? So how you feel about things, how you see things, how you were raised, all of those things, what I'm saying, make up, how you feel about that, feel about situations. So I always talk about love, self-love. Everything starts with self. Everything starts with the individual. Families are made up of individuals. You know what I'm saying? Teams are made up of individuals. Relationships are made up of individuals. So all the individuals need to be on point so that can move smoothly. Like it's just like a car or a machine. You need each nook and bolt and, piece and part to be on point so the machine can work properly. It's the same thing in life with your relationships, with your family, with
your job.
Jobs. Yeah. Everybody needs to be on point. And when one person's fucked up, that messes up the whole system. One note, when you take one bolt,
one aspect of your life,
it messes
one aspect.
It messes it up.
That's why people look at me crazy, because I went to school longer than I worked in my career field. But I don't care how much money I'm making. You think I'm about to let these doctors and nurses and even people who didn't go to school as long as me bully me and disrespect me and work me to death, all because I went to school for the degree to work in that field? No, fuck that degree in the jobs. Like, people have.
Now let me ask you a question. How do you get how do you get there? Because see, now I'm on disability and I'm an entrepreneur. So I'm always talking, about how to move around that. But that's hard for 9-to-5ers. That's hard.
And that's because of fear. That's because of fear. Fear kicks in and says, well, if I leave this job,
talk to him.
Fear tells me if I leave this job, my family's not going to get fed. My bills aren't going to get paid. And my life is going to fall to shit. When in reality, 9 times out of 10, your life is probably already shit because you're not happy at the job. And there is a million different ways to make money these days. So therefore, saying that you have to have that job or that company, or like making excuses like that really just hurts you in the long run, because you're lying to yourself in reality. If you stay somewhere where you're not appreciated and not valued, it's because you don't want to do the work to find something better for yourself, or because you feel like that's what you deserve. And you don't see the worth in yourself. No job should ever, no boss, I don't care what their fucking title is. I don't care if they own the company. No one should disrespect you. Everyone should care enough to know when you are tired, physically, mentally, spiritually, and need time off. And if they can't understand basic things like that, like the jobs I was working, they didn't give a damn if my daughter got home from school or not. And then I got my manager telling me, well, you need to get a nanny. But let's talk about the difference in our pay. Like, you're saying this as like the supervisor of the clinic. Like, I'm an x-ray tech, like my $15, $16, $18 an hour is not about to pay for no nanny. Like, really? And so all my life, really, I've always been that way. As soon as they got me fucked up, I leave. And then I find something else. Like, I can't use a single fucking job as a reference. I can't use a single job as a reference, but you know what? Because if you got me to the point where I feel like I just need to quit, then you don't deserve that, because obviously you didn't give me the respect to want to give you that respect back, you know? So like when I was the last, like one of the last 9 to 5s I had before my degree was Zaxby's. I go out of my way on an extra day to take me and my daughter to a fundraiser for that the company is holding for Relay for Life. The owner chooses that event in front of my daughter and all of my coworkers to have a conversation with me about where my child's father is and why I didn't find myself worthy enough at 15 years old to not lay down with somebody who wasn't gonna help me with my child. It says this in front of everybody, and I'm thinking, bitch, like, are you serious? So you know what I did? That was the last day she ever saw me. And the next time I went in there to return my badge and stuff, I had my scrubs on with my school ID. And I said, I will show you how much I think of myself. You can keep this $7.25 because it'll never be worth it. And I've never made that
$7.25.
$7.50, literally. And you think you're gonna try to make me feel belittle me? When half these little girls that are 15 and 16 are way more out in the streets than I ever was, but those are your favorites because they're the same skin color as you. Like, you're not going to make me feel less than. And so, yes, all my life, as soon as I start feeling where my stomach hurts when I wake up in the morning, when I wake up and I'm like, oh, I gotta go do this again. No, that's when it's time to leave. I will communicate with my bosses or whoever, my superiors, and let them know I'm not happy and this is what I need to be happy. And if they can't do that, then you can't do me. Basically, like, it doesn't align. Same with a relationship now. See, my problem was relationships. I clung on to relationships way longer than I was supposed to. That's why this relationship was only 4 weeks long. Because I see the patterns, I see the red flags. Fuck that. I don't care if everybody on Facebook knows or not. Like,
you learn.
Yeah, and I passed that test, but that's because I had just spent my entire 20s knowing somebody wasn't good for me and that I didn't need that relationship, but still trying to make it work, still trying to make them better, still trying to make the situation better, And for what? When you know that it's not going to work. Like, if you know something, why fight it?
Yep. Well, that's because of our thought process of, see, a lot of us equate we validate ourselves, you know what I'm saying, based off our relationships, based off the job that we have, the type of money that we make. That's what validates us instead of us just validating us being human beings and being on this planet and having the talents that we were born with and all that stuff. That's not enough the way the society is built. So it's hard, you know what I'm saying, to be that, be the black sheep or be the 1%. To be, you know what I'm saying, be that small group of people that goes against the grain. It's really hard. It's hard because
it is,
again, what we see as success. Like, most people look at success as having a good job, that you can retire, have a 401k, you got a house, got a, you know what I'm saying, got material things, your children, can eat what they want, go wherever they want. See, that's success to most people. And that's actually slavery.
Right, period. And that's the whole reality.
Because you don't teach your children to adapt. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? It seems as if their lives are going to be bad now because they don't have material things.
Right, because they don't have a car at 16 like their friends.
Right, you know what I'm saying? Or they don't have all of the new toys, the game systems and all that. Somehow their lives are less than because they don't have these things. And then that stresses you parents out. Y'all go to these jobs that you don't like, that you hate, that drain you because you're trying to keep up with this lifestyle. That's actually not necessary. You should be teaching your children what your parents didn't teach you,
right?
Not give them what they didn't give you.
And that really looks in the form of gardening, self-sustainability,
all of that.
Like, there's so many life lessons y'all don't teach. Well, we don't teach our children, and some of it's out of lack of knowledge, but then some of it, like you said, it's just our priorities is wrong. You're too busy trying to make sure your child's doing TikTok dances on freaking TikTok, and y'all getting famous from TikTok rather than sitting down with your baby and doing ABs. Like, I see a lot of TikTok famous children right now with a little crop tops on and they matching shorts and they moms be in the video with them and they
I'm glad you said this. I'm glad you said that because this is about to turn left since you said that.
Yeah. That's fine with me. Let's go.
I'm thinking about R. Kelly right now. Because this is what parents do. Yeah, there's a lot of parents who offered up their children to that man, you know what I'm saying,
Hmm.
for fame, because they felt like that was an opportunity to get out of their situation.
Right.
Why a lot of parents do that now. They you know what I'm saying? And I understand having talent. You think about Jackson 5. You know what
Mm.
I'm saying? The Jacksons understood that they had talented children, so he pretty much worked for
Invested in
them.
that.
He invested in their talent.
Mhm.
That's completely different than trying to make your baby TikTok famous
Sexualizing your child.
or internet
You
famous.
literally got your child half naked on the fucking internet for millions of people to see, knowing how bad of a problem the sex trafficking is and the child kidnapping is in America. That's what I
Exactly.
don't get. Is like literally there's Amber Alerts in Florida 10, 20 times a day. Like,
Georgia, my phone stayed going off. What you mean?
exactly.
My phone stayed going off.
I just got one from Macon the other day.
This is what I'm saying. So back to accountability for certain things. We get upset about laws that being made or not made or being taken away and stuff like that, but you put in yourselves in these situations.
Mm-hmm.
This is your opportunity to transmute your pain into power. Stop doing that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I understand if you have children, they're supposed to be here. But it is not your job to bring them in this world, put yourself in a bind, and then exploit them to get
Right,
out of the
exactly.
situation, because
Mm.
that's exploitation. And then you want to talk about deviance. So, well, you shouldn't feel this way about children. Maybe so, but there are people out there who are nasty and who like children.
And
Yeah,
that,
you can't
yeah,
change people. You can only control you. So why would you divvy up or put your child in that position knowing there are people like that out there?
predators
That's what
watching.
I'm saying. Yeah, like you can't.
It's like freaking marketing, like advertising
You
them.
are
Here's my
literally
cute little girl that you can
advertising. That's a
kidnap.
fact. That's a fact. You are advertising your children, and then you want to say fuck this and fuck that, but you putting yourself in that position.
In reality, the child sex trafficking ring is so big and so extensive that if they wanted to get your IP address because they seen your child and liked your
They
child,
could
they
do
could
it.
get your location
They could
and
do it.
kidnap your child because now they have all of these blueprints basically, or thumbnails, these locations that they can get off of just a little bit of hacking, whatever coding they got to put in. But I know the way they hack stuff these days, it cannot be that hard to go on a video and figure out what the location of the video.
Man, if you were 25 and up, you done seen Law and Order SVU. I've watched that show I've watched that show since it started, and those are one of the and those, because of those scenarios, is why I move how I move and think how I think
Mm-hmm.
about certain things. It doesn't matter how hard you try; they are negative energies, deviants. There are people out there that
Entities.
that are going to hurt you, that are
Mm-hmm.
there just for
And
the
they're just
purpose,
playing their role.
and they're
They're just
playing their
playing their
role.
role.
They're 1,000% playing their role in this life. So you have to be prepared. I feel that way about rape. You can't
Right.
stop nobody from making that decision, but you can protect yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You can put yourself in the position to make sure that you can handle that. We got to stop being victims. I definitely turned this left. Yeah, we really got to stop, especially as women. We
Women.
got to stop
Mm-hmm.
doing this. I understand where we can't fight men. I'm not saying to go and be a dude now and be aggressive. I'm not telling you to do none of that.
Right.
But you still need to be able to protect yourself. Don't you know the lioness, the mamas are the most, you know what I'm saying, the most aggressive?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? If you want to go into the animal kingdom,
That's why they talk about mama bears. You don't hear them talking about
yeah.
papa bears.
You know what I'm saying?
You don't
Like,
hear them saying
yeah,
watch out for the daddy bear.
we fuck
They
shit
say watch
up.
out for the mama bear.
Absolutely. We fuck shit up. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So you need to have that energy. It doesn't make you masculine. Protecting yourself is not a masculine thing. That is a must.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm a woman. I got one arm, and I've never been a fighter, ever. You ask anybody that knows me, I can count on my one hand how many fights I've been in. So I've never been a violent person, but I'm going to defend myself, though.
Yeah, society has announced where women think, yeah, carrying yourself with that not really aggression, but just assertiveness is you not being ladylike. And it's like, no, I'll have high heels on with a dress and be God is out. But at the same time, I'm walking with here's a smile, but no, behind this smile, I will fuck you up if you come to me wrong.
It's a
You
fact.
know? Like, you don't have to walk around mean mugging everybody. You don't have to walk around aggressive, but you have to walk around with a knowingness about yourself and awareness about your situations. That person behind you walking sees you, turn around and acknowledge them. I know that you're behind me.
That's a fact.
You know?
That's exactly how I move. I walk by myself through woods, all types of stuff to get where I need to go. And that's exactly how I move. I do not move like I'm scared of nobody.
Right. You got to tell them about what you're going to do if somebody come charging at you.
Hell yeah. Man, I got a plan. Can't nobody just rape me, kidnap me. Can't nobody just do that. I don't give a fuck how many fingers I got. I'm always, even with my earphones in my ear, I'm aware of my surroundings. If I see somebody or even feel somebody trying to come towards me, I'm not running away. I'm running towards them. So if anybody out here thinking about trying me, I'm gonna tell you my plan, and guess what? It's gonna motherfucking work.
Right.
I will charge at you like a football. I don't know what happened to okay, here I'm back.
There you go.
I will charge at you like a football player, screaming at the top of my lungs, and I'm going to knock your ass out. I ain't a big girl for nothing. I know how to pull my weight around. I will knock your ass out, and then keep running.
And then keep running.
Screaming at the top of my lungs.
And that's a for real plan. We all know that she's being so serious right now.
That's a fact. I'm telling you. And then if I can't just dip off, I only got one arm. I used to talk about this. I don't know what the cops gonna do if they was to ever try to arrest me. But I'm going to use the fact that I have one arm, and you are not going to. I'm gonna be kicking. I'm gonna be.
I never thought about you getting handcuffed.
I'm gonna be biting. I'm going to be kicking. I'm gonna be scratching. I'm gonna be screaming. I'm gonna have I'm gonna have your hair. I'm gonna have your skin cells. Okay, I'm gonna have all of that.
Right, yeah, you getting DNA at least.
You don't want to take. I'm trying to tell you, you're gonna work hard, and it's not gonna be worth it.
Yeah. So I'll be trying to figure out, where the fight is. Where's the person?
All women need to have that attitude. All women need to have that attitude.
Mm-hmm.
You need to have that attitude. You do not allow anybody, to try to violate you. Do not allow anybody to think that they can, just because you're a woman. And that doesn't mean that like I said, you don't got to work around being masculine or none of that.
No.
I'm an extremely feminine woman. When I walk, my mom always talk about, let me not even say that. I walk like a woman. Yeah. I talk like a woman. I dress and I give off feminine energy.
Right.
I'm not to be played with.
Right.
With all love and light, no hand skills, no fighting, none of that 2 pieces in a biscuit. I don't know how to do none of that. I know how to protect myself, though. And that's what we need to be promoting.
Mm-hmm.
We don't get to change laws. I don't care what you think. I don't care what you're voting and all that. You don't get to change laws. We don't.
Reality, whatever fits best for this system at the time is what they're gonna do. In reality,
you have to take control over your life and make sure that nobody violates that. This is why unity is so important. Because if we were united as a community, we wouldn't have to worry about that. If our women, if we were protected by our men, and if we protected our men and they protected us, that wouldn't happen.
Mm-hmm.
People would know that that's not the one to play with. You know what I'm saying? That's what the village thing is about, having brothers, you know what I'm saying, uncles and all of that stuff. Like, I'm technically the only child, okay? But I don't care, and I have plenty of male friends, and I'm always safe. No matter where I am, if I'm with them, and it doesn't matter how long I've known them, it don't matter how deep our relationship is or not.
Right, it could be a couple days.
You know what I'm saying? When I am in the presence of men, I know I'm protected. They will not allow anybody to do anything to me. I know that for a fact. And every woman, you can have that too. But it's an energy that you got to put out. This is why I don't nail that. This is why I'm so more about unifying than just trying to pinpoint, all of my issues.
The blame game.
Yeah, I'm a woman, so I have to talk about you. No, I don't do any of that. Everybody needs to be accountable for their shit so we can be better.
Right.
That's
the reality is we can protect ourselves almost just as well as a man can protect us. So we should start doing that. We shouldn't put all that pressure on men.
That's a fact.
We
Because
have that
guess what?
capability to do that too.
What if they protect us and die? Now who's gonna protect you?
Right, exactly.
I've been binge watching The Sopranos. It reminds
Not
me
a
of
whole mobster mentality.
blame my auntie. I
Tell
thought of
me.
her, so I felt like this is what she wanted to watch. So we be having our little thing here and whatnot. But looking at, how that hierarchy works and how they move and, what I'm saying, all that other stuff, like, yeah.
I could definitely see myself as a mob wife. I'm not even joking. Like, don't tell me about none of your shit. I don't want to know about it. Just know when you come home, it's good.
Well, I'll tell. Well, here's
In
the thing.
another life, I really think I was.
Well, here's the thing about that. It's all about choices.
Right.
You got me thinking about Carmela right now. It's all about choices. And as women, we do this. Ladies, we got to stop doing this. You can't pick a man based off his lifestyle and then expect all of the emotions and the love and the loyalty. And, you know what I'm saying? You got to, it's just like doing research on a job or a business that you're about to start. You need to do your research. You need to know what you're getting into. Because if Carmela would have really knew what she was getting herself into, she would have never thought that she was supposed to get that. You married the money. See, you got married to the diamonds and the big old house and dressing up in suits in the middle of the day, just to make coffee for your husband and your kids. You know what I'm saying? You married him so you can have that type of lifestyle. So you can give your children what they want. So you can do and move any way that you want to. Well, see, the sacrifice for that is love, loyalty. You know what I'm saying? Because they got what they call them gumas. They got side chicks. It goes along with the territory. It goes along with the life. You chose that life. And they made Anthony look like he was just this horrible man. But nah, he was just playing his role. And he was just being him.
And she knew who he was before.
And she knew who he was. She knew who he was. And then you go and have kids with him.
Exactly. Now that's what y'all gotta stop. Why bring a child in a situation if you know you're not happy with the person?
Exactly. To solidify her, to validate her situation, to solidify her spot in her
validate those problems. That's what you're solidifying and validating is those problems.
And this is why I say with relationships, it has nothing to do with material things. It has to do with real love. If you choices, if you're going to get into a partnership based off of what's the word I'm looking for? If you're going to get into a relationship based off necessity
and material,
well, I say necessity because most people, they want to live a certain life. So it's necessity to have a roof over your head. You know what I'm saying? This is out of a lifestyle. So I'll say necessity. So if you're going to do that, then understand that it's based off necessity. And once that necessity is gone, so does everything else. So if what you're looking for is love, real connection, growth and all of that, you don't need to be picking dudes based off of their bread. And not to say that love is enough. I'm not telling you to just be broke and happy. I'm not telling you to do that. But you have to make those choices when you're making permanent commitments like marriage. Marriage is supposed to be forever. So if that's
it absolutely is.
So if you're gonna make that type of if you're gonna make that type of
think about that. Think about how serious that is. Y'all literally sign a piece of paper, a contract, do a soul tie basically at that point once you marry someone, and say that no matter who this person evolves into or devolves into in this life, I am by their side and only them for the rest of my life.
That's what you're saying. That's what you're saying.
This person could out of nowhere snap and become a mass murderer. But because I didn't sign this paper and said I'm going to marry them until death does us part, I now have to be tied to that energy. You know, I mean, and that's extreme, but it's not extreme. That's the amount of loyalty that marriage brings, you know? That's why there's all these women out here who know their husbands are pedophiles and child molesters. All these women in the church who know who their husbands are, but they still standing beside them because, whoops, I already signed that paper. So now it don't matter if I agree with who this person is or not. I'm obligated to stand by them. That's not me. One divorce under, and I won't ever get married again. Period.
I understand. But yeah, this is people that, and this is what I try to stress. You know what I'm saying? A lot about that. I don't want anybody to think that I'm anti-marriage, because I'm not. I am all about, you know what I'm saying, amazing
Unity.
connections and unity and love. I'm for all of that. But I'm for it to be right.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It needs to be healthy.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm
Especially if you have children.
saying?
And a
Exactly.
lot of people, they don't realize they hurt their children more by staying together and raising them in a toxic ass household where that child is not getting to see displays of affection and true love, genuine love. They're seeing resentment and hatred and, disloyalty and arguing. But they together because of the child. If they
Or
really was
even not
thinking
even
about the
that.
child.
Even not even that. Some of them don't even do all that. They just have this separate energy.
Yeah, two
Mom is over
households in one.
there, dad is over there. They don't even have to argue with none of that. But it's mute. There's no energy. There's no love. There's no nothing. So then it's like, how is your child supposed to grow up and deal with the opposite sex?
Right.
And this is why I say how you raise your children affects everybody else. Because now if you, like, say you have a son, and you know what I mean, you don't teach him how to be affectionate to his woman, to understand that women are emotional and they need, I'm saying, and you need to take care of their emotional needs. So every woman or girl that he tries to date and he stand up, I'm saying, they're going to be expecting emotions, and he's just going to be emotionally withdrawn, and they're not going to understand what it is, because in his
Right.
mind, I just watched my mom and dad do nothing. They
Right.
didn't kiss, they didn't hug,
They didn't talk it out.
they didn't
They didn't
talk
do
it
shit.
out. They
They
didn't,
just
no
existed.
slapping of the ass, no, you know what I'm saying, no kissing and making up. You know what I'm saying? They don't get to see that, so they don't know what to do.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to affect somebody's daughter or
Mm-hmm.
somebody's son in the way that you don't teach your daughter, you know what I'm saying, what it is to, how to treat a man. You know what I'm saying? How not to be nagging, and how, you know what I'm saying, not to stress them out and to, pretty much drain them emotionally or make them responsible for your emotional stability. You gonna mess around and fuck somebody's son up, you know what I'm saying? And you know how men are. Once they get their hearts broke once, that's a wrap. It's so hard, you
It
know what
is
I'm saying, to get
so
them to
baby.
reverse that.
So little tinks. They be talking
Yeah,
about we
you know
the
what I'm saying?
emotional
But they're
ones.
not taught that. So it's like, this is a ripple effect. You don't understand the choices that you make and
And
how you
this is where transmuting your pain into your power comes into play. Because when you're doing that transmutation, you're doing the self-work. You recognize, okay, this is not a situation that feels good to me. So let me go within, internalize how I feel, process it, analyze it, and then change it into something that makes me feel good.
absolutely.
So I'm in a marriage right now. Right now, we are in two completely different households, but in the same household.
Yep.
A lot of people are just going to go through that for 18, 25 years, 30 years and be okay. But when you are trying to transmute your pain into your power, you're going to sit down with that person and you don't even have to make the freaking relationship work, but you're going to come to a decision and a conclusion with each other that's fair to both of y'all, to where you're not in this low, stagnant energy every day together. Does that mean we need a divorce? Does that mean we need counseling? Do we just need more date nights? What do we need to do to transmute this energy? Because this energy doesn't feel good. This is a slow energy. It's not progressive. It's not, it's very stagnant.
And love doesn't hurt.
It
Love is not
doesn't.
supposed to hurt. I'm sorry. I know they say pain is love. No, it's not.
No, it's not.
Just get that out your mind.
Mm-mm.
Love is not supposed to be arguing and fighting and making upsets. That song that from what's his name's album, that's not love.
Right.
And that's what I was trying to tell my homeboy today, that love does not do that.
Yeah.
That is misplaced, you know what I'm saying, emotions.
That's emotional
Not love.
attachment.
That's
Emotional
emotional
attachment
attachment,
hurts.
codependencies, and things of that nature. But love does not hurt.
Mm-mm. Even if somebody is doing an action that society would say is hurting, like breaking up with you, it's only hurting you because you're allowing it to hurt you.
That's a fact.
You could accept that that person just don't want to be with you and just move on, even if you want to go to a dating site the next day, whatever. But what you shouldn't do is try to change that person's mind or obsess over why that person doesn't want to be with you.
That's right.
Because it doesn't matter. The reality is they don't want to be with you. You
And
know?
and that should be it. You should
It's the
understand,
cold fact.
if I'm the shit and you don't want this, bye. That's how you should see every situation. It should not, only time honestly when it's really just is because you were codependent on that relationship. You needed that energy for
Your
some.
worth was tied
Your
into
work
that
besides
person
that.
wanting you.
Absolutely. When you are comfortable with yourself, when you have self-love, you understand that people come into your life for a reason. And some people are for a lifetime, and some people are for a season. And you embrace that. It's not a problem to you. Like, I've been with my man 13 years. And don't get me wrong, I'm not going to sit here and lie and act like, oh, I'm not going to feel no type of way if we were to break up. But I love him enough to want him to be happy. So if
Mhm.
our situation or I no longer make him happy for whatever reason is, I want him to do that. So I'm gonna let him go with love. I'm gonna feel my feelings and all that, but I'm gonna be chill because that's what real love is. It's not about me. It's about us.
Mhm.
Okay, got you. All right.
Mhm. Hold on. You just do what I asked you to do in the comments, please.
Okay, I got you.
I got y'all. 1 second. 1 second.
All right. All right. Okay, so I believe our sister got to take a little potty break. So again, guys, love, transmuting pain, you know what I'm saying, into power. That power is love. And it starts with loving yourself. You know what I'm saying? Even with the beginning topic of it. When you are really, and it's not about being self-centered. This is not about being, you know what I'm saying, conceited or arrogant. It's not about that. It's about truly finding the value in you, understanding how valuable you are. And when you see that way, just think about think about celebrities, or you know what I'm saying, people with money. They know their value. People who know their value, they move as such. They don't tolerate certain things. They don't allow certain people to be around them. They don't allow certain things and people to affect them because they understand their value of their energy and what they got going on. All right, I believe she is back. Here we go.
No more diuretics like coffee while trying to do the show. Okay.
That would make sense. That
Gotta
would make
take
sense.
it.
But you know what I'm saying, to wrap this up, transmuting pain to power. So here's the thing, guys. When you are in a certain space and you attract people that may not be in the same space as you, that whole I match energies, let's not do that.
Mm-mm.
Transmute that. Be that. I know you say, everybody got to be the bigger person. Yes, be that bigger person, because that says a lot about you.
Mhm.
It's not even about the other person. It's about you and your energy, and not allowing someone to change you. And then you in turn can positively change somebody else.
Mhm.
We need that in our community.
Because love is the most powerful, and I know this sounds cliche as fuck, but on a scientific, physical level, when we're talking about frequencies, in reality, love is the most powerful energy. It's the top energy. It's at the top. It's the highest. It overcomes hate, division, racism, freaking infidelity, whatever. The problem is, if you just add more love into your obstacles daily, you're gonna overcome in a better way than you would if you try to, stay in that low energy.
Right. That is 1,000% a fact.
So
So
that's how you transmute.
transmute.
You
Now, if you need
transmute
some help
by
with
bringing
transmuting,
love into everything.
what she said. Now, if you want some help with some transmuting, Queen Misha is a Reiki practitioner. So why don't you go and
Thank
tell them about your self-love so you can help these folks out here, you know what I'm saying, transmute this energy. Let's do
Yeah,
it.
my babies. So you guys, you can find me, Misha's Healing, at Instagram at Queen Misha Mouse, Queen Misha Mouse, or at Misha's Healing. And then you can get me on Facebook at Misha's Love Tribe. And then my number's up there. You can email me at Misha's Healing Love, Misha's Healing Love at gmail.com. And then TikTok at Celestial Reiki 33, and YouTube at Misha's Healing Love. We're building that up. And so basically, what I do is energy transmutation. I take the low energy residing within your physical body, your astral body, your celestial body, and I transmute that into a lighter, loving energy. And so this helps with grief. It helps with rheumatoid arthritis, inflammation in your joints, helps with childhood traumas, basically any low energy that would get trapped in your energy field, your body. Reiki helps to transmute that into a higher energy, making you feel lighter. Most people, when they get off the table, they're smiling real big. And so, it's just a good love. It's just a good loving energy. And like I said, love being the most powerful energy, that oftentimes alleviates people of back pain. Like I said, releases their grieving that they may be going through, or so yeah, there's how you contact me, team. Let me know if you need my services. You can do it yourself too, just mentality, perspective. Whenever you feel low, think about the love in it, what lesson is there to find. And then try your best to transmute it into a higher energy. Because every situation, no matter what it is, you can always find a different perspective. You don't have to take the lowest perspective and go with that one. You can try to find a higher perspective, a higher reasoning for why whatever's happening is happening.
I share yo to that. All right. Well, like she said, you can definitely find her and I on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 8 p.m., healing these childhood traumas on this podcast. Okay. So remember, 2 days now, Tuesdays and Thursdays at 8. You know what I'm saying? And we're going to come through with the come through like we always do.
Yes.
And since we're still on spirituality, on Sundays, we have Sundays with Spirit with 33 Master Teacher. We should have a very awesome, episode this Sunday coming up. My sister went out to Florida, got her Yemenya on. So I cannot wait for her to bring back that energy and the messages,
Yes.
you know what I'm saying, from her. So definitely tune in Sundays with Spirit, 33 Master Teacher, Sunday nights at 9 p.m. And also Amspire interviews. Like hopefully I can probably get my homeboy on here so I can interview him so we can talk a little bit more about this love loyalty thing. But I am not the only inspiring person on this planet. I know so many talented, so many inspiring people, and I want to give them exposure. I want them to show them to you. So Amspire interviews. If you are someone who is looking to be interviewed, make sure that you contact us at amspirecontent999@yahoo.com. This is the best place to inquire about anything that has to do with the channel. If you want to be a guest on any of the podcasts, if you want to put your content on the pod or on the podcast or the channel and things of that nature. So yes, amspirecontent999@yahoo.com. It is the best place to find us.
Please, sister. Now, I'm sorry, just pause so that they make sure that they connect with us at the right email address. On this banner, it says Inspired Content.
Mm-hmm.
Is that actual, is it with the T and you just misspelled it right here? Just so they know, because if they're looking at this little banner right now.
Let me see what you're talking about. Well, thank you. You are absolutely right. Excuse my typo. I be typing with these 5 fingers, and they just. So let me see. Let me go ahead and change this right now.
So yeah, don't ignore the banner. Basically, just listen to what she
said. No. She ain't got to. They ain't got to ignore it. See this. When you own shit. See,
look, she said because bada boom, bada bang.
You own shit, you can switch it up. You can switch it on up and fix it right quick.
Love that. Love it.
All right. So yeah, Inspire Media Network. Want your business advertised here? Email us at inspirecontent999@yahoo.com. Thank you very much. For that. So yes, we are here. If you're looking for distribution for your content, if you're looking for advertisement for your businesses, and we also have great packages coming. We're talking about I am partnering with Santana Global, and we now have added magazine spreads and billboard advertisement to our packages. So we're gonna get y'all on out here now.
Mm-hmm.
Inspire Content 999. Absolutely, definitely check us out. And last but not least, when you go on the channel, check out Tell True Vision. I actually have 2 topics that I will be talking about coming up actually tomorrow rising and possibly on Saturday. This is where I talk my shit, give you my unapologetic, simple truths. And it's really a place where we can have conversations that need to be had. You know, I don't really do debates, and well, I don't do arguments. I
Right.
don't mind
We
debating.
can
What
debate.
I don't do is arguments. We need to have healthy conversations. Everybody's thoughts, you know, get to come on out there so we can come up with, you know, solutions to what we got going on. But this is where I absolutely talk my shit. So
Yeah.
tell Truth Vision Social Media Live. Well, all right. Oh, look at her pretty face. So, yes, that is all we got for this evening. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all's Thursday. Love,
Yes.
love y'all. And
It's
keep on.
Friday Junior. You gonna wake up tomorrow and bam, it's the weekend. Okay.
Ow, ow, ow.
I'm
So,
ready for it.
all right. So, we love, love, love y'all. And y'all enjoy y'all's evening.
Peace.
Peace.